watching this thinking it's a rom-com feels like going in to kiss someone and having them just punch you in the face. You know? You think you're getting like a nice sweet thing and they're like, holy shit, why do you do that? Welcome to When Harry Dubbed Sally.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com and talk about the relationship in it, how long they're going to stay together, who ends it with who, what happens after the credits roll. Sometimes, though, we do something a little crazy.
Sometimes it's less rom-com-y.
Sometimes there's no rom or com.
Light rom, mostly scary.
So today we're talking about Love Lies Bleeding,
yes,
which is from 2024. And okay, so we thought, for Pride Month, it would be fun to do queer romances. Mm-hmm. I don't know how we ended up with this. It is not a rom-com.
By any stretch of the imagination.
I was under the impression that I found this movie and I was like, well, if I found it, I would have looked up like lesbian rom-com or something like that. That makes no sense. Maybe someone recommended this to us. Maybe. If you did, you know what? It's kind of fun when our listeners fuck with us.
Yes, it is kind of fun. It is a real surprise.
Or I came across this when I was looking for like recent movies.
Yeah.
We don't really know.
We don't know.
Either way.
What a fun, wacky time, huh?
Yeah. This film began, because all I do also when I put them on our list is I double check that they're going to be together at the end. So I'll read like the last sentence of a synopsis or something. So I knew like, it might get a little crazy at the end. Oof. But this film starts and it's A24 and I was just immediately like, oh, is this going to be a fucked up movie?
And boy, it was.
A24 continues to deliver.
It's so far from what you expect when you're like, we're going to sit down and watch a rom-com. This film, for the record, probably good.
Good, yeah.
I just was not emotionally prepared for the plan.
We weren't expecting. It's not like horror, but definitely a thriller.
It's intense.
It would have been a great October film to do.
Yes. There were just more needles than I had planned to see. I'm really bad with needles and injections. I'm also bad with rejection. Terrible. Yeah. There was some like pieces of jaw, a lot of shooting guns, some eating of bugs.
Yeah.
Some gross larvae. Like
there was a gross movie, and cinematography very good, made you feel uncomfortable and unclean the entire time.
Yeah.
A lot of this movie, it had moments that reminded me of Requiem for a Dream. Have you seen that? It is another film you would hate. It's
very intense.
It's about people being addicted to heroin.
We should do the log line for this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, log line for Love Lies Bleeding. Reclusive gym manager Lou falls hard for Jackie, an ambitious bodybuilder headed through town to Vegas in pursuit of her dream. But their love ignites violence, pulling them deep into the web of Lou's criminal family. Lou is Kristen Stewart. Mm-hmm. Jackie is Katie O'Brien. Mm-hmm. Love Kristen Stewart.
Oh yeah, she was fun to watch.
And let's just say how long we think these two are gonna.
Man, this is a really hard one for me. You know already though, huh? You already know in your head.
I think so.
Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't know how to feel after this movie ended. It really just wasn't what I was mentally, emotionally prepared for.
No.
It was a real...
It felt like it had beaten us up.
Yeah.
Like it really felt like it just fucking slapped us around.
Really was like, wow, this movie fucked me up, and I was expecting to watch a rom-com.
Yes. And so many times throughout the film, especially near the end, I'm like, there's no way they both live and end up together.
Oh yeah.
We had to double check partway through. We're like, this is.
Well, we checked right at the beginning because A24 happened.
I thought we checked right up in front of the partway, 3/4 of the way too, because it was feeling a little dodgy.
We probably checked multiple times because it was fair, but I do remember right off the top when we realized it was going to be in the horror thriller genre. I don't
think I understood that until it all started happening at us.
Yeah.
I don't know what A24 means.
Is a production company that makes pretty much exclusively fucked up horror films.
Yeah.
And they're usually well done, honestly. So.
And this was as well.
And this was right up their alley.
Okay, so you have a number, just a number, not even a range.
I have a maximum.
A maximum?
Mm-hmm.
We are doing our countdown?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
6
1
months.
week at tops.
Okay. I was considering that as well.
Yeah. I think it really depends on if they kill each other or not.
Yeah. In my mind, they're a little beholden to each other because of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to enjoy their sex. They're having some kind of Thelma and Louise running off into the sunset vibes. I think it could last longer than a week.
All right, I'm open to it.
They're driving to California.
Yeah.
From wherever.
I don't know why I was just I feel like they're going to kill each other.
I mean, if they live 3 months.
I don't know. I feel like we've got... All right, we'll jump into it. Jackie's roided the fuck up, though. And that is what I feel like.
Oh, you mean at the end of the movie? Yes, absolutely.
And she, I think, is just going to lose her shit and kill Kristen Stewart. But then I think Kristen Stewart's a more... Well, I don't know. Who do you think would kill who? If they went head-to-head, who do you think kills who?
I mean... Jackie can kill anyone so easy.
Yeah.
I do not think Kristen Stewart would be able to kill her.
She's kind of
her
obsessed
head's on
with
too
her.
straight too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
All
it's
right.
Jackie. It's an oopsies.
Jackie kills Lou,
Yeah.
and that's how it ends. All right.
3 months in. 3 months in. That's how it ends. Yep. Why does she kill her? Just a big oopsies.
Just you do a lot of steroids, and then your brain goes wacky.
Well, in my 3 month world, hopefully Lou has realized this girl maybe shouldn't be on steroids anymore and stop giving her steroids, stop procuring steroids for her.
She was doing them of her own accord by the end of
She was, but
the movie.
they were all from Kristen Stewart. She had them all in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Kristen Stewart didn't give her any, none of this might have happened.
I know.
So I don't know.
So
If Kristen
fucked
Stewart
up.
sees that and maybe tries to get her off, maybe they could have some kind of...
I also don't know how addictive steroids are, but I assume pretty addictive.
I guess.
I don't know. All right, we start off. We're at a gym. That's where Kristen Stewart works. We're in some town in New Mexico.
In 1989.
And Kristen Stewart is unclogging a toilet with her hand.
Gross.
And it's gross.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy comes in, this chick who just...
is obsessed with Kristen. His name is Lou.
Obsessed with Lou.
Uh-huh.
She's a real creep. She's getting all over her.
Yeah.
She's kissing her neck. She's like, I want to go to Winkies.
I don't know what Winkies is, but I don't want to go there.
Nobody wants
no one
to
wants
go
to
to
go
Winkies
there.
with this Gollum ass looking bitch.
Yeah, and Lou kind of says oh no, I gotta help my sister, which maybe it's true, but she really just doesn't want to be with Daisy, and she gives Daisy $5 and go get a drink from, and Daisy seems pretty pissed off about it.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out. So Kristen Stewart and Daisy have or Lou and Daisy. I just wrote Kristen Stewart the entire time, and Daisy have a history. And my assumption throughout this was, are they the only two out lesbians in this entire town?
And wherever the fuck this is in 1989, my guess is yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Kristen Stewart, she's I'm done with Daisy. She's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's no other lesbians
She's all
around.
I got.
So
yeah.
This is where we're at.
Spooky vibes the whole way because this is what this film is. And
spooky vibes.
We see Kristen back at home. She's got a cat.
She's got a cat. We're gonna say the cat's cute.
Cat's cute. She seems to be listening to this Panasonic tape to try to get herself to not smoke while she's smoking. There's a big thing of her trying to quit smoking. And she masturbates on the couch with her TV dinner.
Yeah, while her cat eats her TV dinner.
And then we cut to Dave Franco having sex with a lady.
With Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie.
And she's homeless. She's sleeping under a bridge.
Yeah.
And then she goes to the gym.
Yep.
Right? She's working out at K-Stu's gym. And
we see Kristen go to her sister's house at some point where her sister, who's played by, you probably know who, the sister's
Jenna
character.
Malone. She's from
Hunger Games and
Donnie Darko.
Yes. And Kristen's sister is clearly like beaten up. She's always beaten up with bruises. It's clearly by her husband, who is the same one we saw.
Is Dave Franco.
Who was fucking the girl earlier and giving her a job, Jackie earlier and giving her a job.
Yes.
And so we see
his gun range.
At his gun range. And we see like the nephews and nieces, and it's all just kind of like a bummer. It's a real bummer life.
Everyone's life is sad in this movie.
And then it gets grosser. So yeah, we see the gun club where Jackie comes in. Dave Franco introduces her to his boss, who is Lou's dad.
Yeah, Lou Sr.
Who's like this kind of bald guy, hair on the sides, and he's playing with just a gross larva.
He keeps bugs.
A thick, big larva.
When we go to his home or somewhere later, or maybe whatever, he has tons of fucking
glass
bugs.
terrariums of bugs.
But he's playing with this thing.
Some fucking freak.
I don't know.
I don't know why it had to be this way, but I guess it's just not the film I planned to see.
No,
none
so
of us
were expecting this.
No one expected this. Anyway, we're back at the gym. The toilet's blocked again, and Kristen sees bodybuilder Jackie there.
Yeah, I was also like, what's happening at this fucking gym that everyone is shitting their brains out?
And they're probably roided. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And some people talk to Lou and say like, hey, what's up with your dad? How is he? And she's like, he's a piece of shit. And your mom, how can I find her? Turns out they're the FBI.
Yeah, the FBI gives her their business card. They're like, hey, call us if you ever want to turn your dad in.
Uh-huh.
I think is the vibe. And we don't know where her mom is.
Yeah, at all. She just works at this shitty gym. There are all these spooky signs all over the gym in really intense font that are like, only losers quit, no pain, no gain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. It's all such just a stressful, fucking
like
weird
gym shit. And Jackie's, working out. And Kristen Stewart decides to close up early and tell everyone to fuck off.
Well, it's because a bunch of dudes are talking up Jackie. And Kristen Stewart hates it. So she's like, gym's done. Gym's closed.
She's like,
I said
so. Closed because I don't want you guys talking to the chick I was checking out.
Yeah, exactly.
Jackie asks her for a cigarette. You know, they're all like...
Some dudes come by. The gym dudes from earlier come by.
Yeah, they come back out. They're smoking together. They're like, this is like the town dyke. And then Jackie punches them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie's like, fuck that.
And they kind of get a fight. And so then they're back in the gym. Lou and Jackie. Jackie's got ice on her. Jackie's like, I could have taken him. And we found out Jackie hitchhiked there from Oklahoma. She's on her way to a bodybuilding competition in Vegas.
She was adopted at 13. She was a fat kid. She got bullied and she taught herself to fight back. So now she's this ripped bodybuilder chick.
Yeah. And she, at this point, has gotten ripped. What she says later is au naturel. She doesn't do it through steroids.
Yes, but Kristen Stewart's like, oh... I have access to hella steroids.
Yeah.
And Jackie's like, oh, are they free? And she's like, oh yeah, they're like all over the place. Like, you want me to shoot you up with steroids in your butt?
Yep.
And she does. And then Jackie's like, let's fuck. And you're not good with needles. So this was probably all upsetting.
Really, all the injections were a lot for me. It's so funny. There's a thing that you see in this movie that you see in a lot of movies that I've never seen in real life, but it's characters going, can I show you something? Have you noticed that? Last movie is like, can I show you something? It's the museum. This is like, can I show you something? It's the steroids. I never see, can I show you something in real life?
I'm going to show you something
Please.
later.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'll figure out what it is.
I feel like you don't see it. I guess maybe it's a function of how like film has to work, where you're like, you got to cut to something else to show them.
Yeah, I have to be like, can I show you something so that the audience knows that they're about to be shown something important?
Yeah.
The movie's like, hey, pay attention. What's about to happen?
It has to feel like a moment. It's very funny. But yeah, they're back at Kristen's place, Lou's place. They're having sexy times. But first, Kristen goes, you're not some fucking straight girl, right? Just trying shit out.
Fair question, honestly.
Fair question.
And especially, I think she's just like, I'm not about this bullshit, if that's what you're about.
I get it. Like, even when I'm dating apps and I'm like about to like go on a date with like a lesbian woman, I feel like I have to warn them, like, just so you know, I also do stuff with guys, and if you don't want to be around me, I respect that.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Know? It just feels kind to let them know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I respect lesbians. Staying away from the buys.
We're dangerous. We crazy out here. Who knows what we could do? Flip flop one day to the next.
Honestly, like, please date us, but also if you don't want to,
I get it.
You know,
leave us alone. So then, they're doing sexy times, and this is when we start seeing every once in a while there's shots of Jackie's muscles, which are like look spooky, veins look like they're building.
Yes,
some spooky muscle building vein flexed vibe.
Yes, super roided up. It's scary. It scares me a lot. Steroids freak me out.
Yeah, steroids are spooky. There is something so interesting. Steroids aside, obviously, like I rarely see women like bulked out like that in daily life, but I imagine like there's something for both men and women so satisfying about being able to do something and see a physical result in your body over time.
Yeah.
Like I can understand going down that trajectory because you're like, I can actually see something be different. There's so few things you can do regularly and actually like see a difference in your body physically. And I imagine that's like very satisfying and empowering.
I think satisfying, empowering, and addictive.
Yeah.
I think people get very addicted to like it's healthy, and then I think people can take it too far, obviously.
Sure.
But I think that's kind of the high that people talk about with exercising and working out, I assume.
Is like, ooh, look, is the addiction? Or is it like, look what I've done to my body?
Both, yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah.
I could never be disciplined enough to relate, to be honest.
Oh, no. I feel like when I see super jacked, just like people in general, I think that I know that my body is capable of doing that, and I probably could like go there, but I just like don't want to be honest. I just don't care enough.
It just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I imagine you'd get your brain to like a pretty impressive disciplined state.
Absolutely.
That I just can't ever imagine my brain being in.
No.
Yeah. You're just there over and over again, repeating a thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. I feel like you have to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to be so committed. It has to take up a big part of your life because it's not just like, oh, I'm going to the gym for however long every single day. It's like you're eating a certain way. You are being very disciplined about literally every aspect of your life.
Yeah.
And this is like I'm impressed by muscles because I understand
there's a lot of work.
It takes so much work to get there. I am not interested in dating a person with that level of muscle at all.
It's too intense.
Like I see a person like that and I'm like, we don't have anything in common.
No.
Like I'm like, I need somebody who's going to be like, you want to just like get drunk and eat pizza and sit around tonight?
It's just like so much time spent in the gym, so much time focused on that like, yeah, we'd have nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, and I respect people with hobbies. It's good to have a hobby.
I respect people who do. I'm like very just like, wow, congratulations, you did it. But like,
and muscles are cool. But like, if you present someone with all of those to me, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
No, I don't. And I think that like, sometimes I'm like, I don't know if it's that I don't find it like sexually attractive or if I just am so like, we just have nothing in common.
Yeah.
And so I just like can't even allow myself. But I honestly like, I don't know. I don't think that it's for me.
Me neither. And it just feels kind of silly every time. Honestly, I also like, I know that there's probably no one I've dated that I could truly overpower. but there's something about it being so obvious that I couldn't overpower like a big muscly person. It really, I don't like it.
It's scary. Yeah. But good for you guys.
Good work.
Congrats
Good
on
work.
your muscles.
So now I think we get to see we have morning. It's the morning after the sex.
Yeah, Kristen's making breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
She finds out that she's working at her dad's gun range. She's like, I hate that.
Yeah.
And then Jackie's like, hey, can I crash with you? And Kristen Stewart's like, yeah, you can stay here. We're U-hauling real quick.
We have a fun montage of posing and taking yolks out of eggs and sexy times and workouts and steroids.
Well, and that's like, because Kristen Stewart is making breakfast and she makes her like eggs or an omelet or some shit.
Yeah.
And Jackie is like, oh, you should have taken the yolks out. Like, I just wanted the whites. And so Kristen's making her special. Like, I feel like this whole thing, I'm like, Jackie's taking advantage of her. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that
You don't think she likes her?
I think that she might like her.
Yeah.
I think that Kristen Stewart likes her way more than she likes her.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I think that Jackie knows that.
Yeah.
I think she was literally homeless.
Yeah.
Like, and now she can get drugs for
Get
free.
roided up.
Get housing for
Egg
free.
white omelets.
She's having a person cook for her.
Fun
like
sex.
she, is kind of getting a lot out of this deal. And even if she likes her, I think she's taking advantage of her a little bit.
Yeah. We have this whole montage of all this. She's got the dad. Oh, yeah. She's at the gun range. Jackie's at the gun range, just like posing. And the dad kind of like Lou Sr., boss, like kind of goes up behind her and like practices shooting with her. It feels a little spooky.
Yeah. And then we
also find out Lou's
Weirdo
mom.
Daisy shows up, or no, that we find out.
Lou's mom has been missing for 12 years.
Yes.
And supposedly not dead, supposedly missing, like she left is kind of the story we hear from Lou. And then she bites Jackie's toe really hard for some reason, and that's what I have in my notes. Very frightening. Didn't like it.
Oh,
there was some
Kristen
crunch.
Stewart. Yeah. Decides to bite her toe, and Jackie doesn't like that.
No. And she,
which is fair. I just had a
crunch. There
cat
was crunch.
biting my toe, and I didn't like that either.
No.
Nobody likes that, Olive.
Yeah, Olive. And then Jackie was like, hey, join me to Vegas. She tells Lou, like, come with me to Vegas.
Yeah.
And turns out Lou has never been anywhere but here.
Yeah. She's never left New Mexico. She's like, we should go to Vegas and then we'll go all the way to California and you can work as a trainer.
Yeah.
Or Jackie will work as a trainer. And Kristen Stewart's kind of like, I have to stick around because of my sister.
Her abusive fucking husband.
And she's got a piece of shit husband. And, Kristen Stewart's keeping her safe in her mind, or like she's like, I need to be there for her.
Yeah.
Which is just sad.
It's super sad. And then for some reason we have to see this weird ass double date at the Sea Cockroach restaurant.
Yeah, they're going to have dinner. Well, it's like a Chinese restaurant?
I guess. Yes.
Dave Franco can't use chopsticks.
Dave Franco and Bethany are there. Bethany's even more beaten up than we've seen her before. Mm-hmm. And then for some reason, it's Jackie and Lou there.
Yeah, and it's weird because obviously Dave Franco fucked Jackie.
Yep. I just don't know who organized and agreed to this dinner. It seems crazy to me.
No, it seems super weird.
And then Lou tries to go find Dave Franco. And she's like, if you touch her again one more time, you'll be in trouble. And then Franco's like, I fucked your girlfriend. And she's just fucking you for the gym membership. And Lou does not like that.
Yes.
So they have a silent drive home. Or partway drive silent.
I wrote, honestly, yeah, she is fucking you for those reasons.
Oh, man. I don't know why. I really thought, maybe it's because I was still like, this is a rom-com. I really was like, she likes her. She didn't have to invite her to come to Vegas with her and then to go to California together. Right?
I think, I don't know. Yeah. But if she brings her with her, she gets things out of that. I don't know. I'm not saying she doesn't like her.
Yeah, I understand.
I just think that she is taking advantage of her a little bit. I think in some ways I obviously don't relate to these characters and their situation, but I kind of understood both sides of the dynamic. Being like, I like you, but there's an advantage to me being with you.
There's something useful here.
And I also understand being dumbass and being like, I'll do anything for you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I saw both of those things.
Yeah. Well, for Lou, Kristen Stewart, like, this is the most interesting thing to come through this town for her. That she's never left her life.
She's just had fucking Daisy before.
Ugh, devastating.
Daisy is a crazy person.
Yeah. Jackie asked if Lou's going to be this way for the rest of the night when they're driving in the car. And Jackie likes men and women. Lou's pissed and mean about it. Mm-hmm. Tells Jackie to leave the car. And Lou's, sad. She stays here for her sister, blah, blah, blah. Lou wants to kill Dave Franco. And then they see the FBI. And so she makes Jackie get back in the car.
Yeah. And then they're I don't know. They're being sexy. They say they love each other. Maybe they love each other. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
It's just, I don't know, even the sex scene felt spooky.
Yeah, I mean,
it's all spooky town.
This is a major spooky town.
Yeah.
Small towns freak me out also when a movie is set in like a really small town and you get this kind of vibe where it's like no one's ever left. I'm like, ugh, I don't know about that.
It's yucky.
It scares me a lot.
It's just like a hotbed for ruh-roh. It's like secrets kept. No one comes in, no one leaves, no one observes you. It can just get weird. You become your sick little microcosm.
Yeah, I feel like there's just something about. People are always like, oh, cities are so scary. I'm like, I feel so much safer in a city.
Yep.
I feel real freaked out when I'm in a small town.
It's weird. Everyone can cover something up in a small town.
Yeah.
Everyone knows each other. And if they're bad people knowing each other for bad reasons, that's not good. It's big yuck. So the phone wakes them up from their loving slumber and it's the hospital. Lou's sister Bethany has gotten beat up way too hard.
Yep, she's in the hospital.
Like she's not able to wake up.
Yeah.
We don't know if she might wake up or not. And her face looks so fucked up.
Her face is super fucked up. Lou is there. She's like, obviously her husband did this and the fucking worthless officer is like, no one knows what happened. It's like, come on, we all know what happened. You worthless man.
And he's like, when she wakes up, we'll see if she wants to press charges. But it's like, we all know she's not going to press charges.
And this is the thing that Kristen Stewart keeps saying is like, she refuses to press charges. Yeah. So he just keeps doing this.
Yeah. And the dad, Lute Sr., comes in, who I think should be fucking pissed to see his daughter nearly dead. And I don't know how he's okay with letting his daughter stay like this. And he does fucking nothing. And he's done nothing in the past. And Lou knows this. And it's disgusting. I can't imagine seeing your daughter that way.
Yeah.
And doing fucking nothing.
And not wanting to murder the person who did it to them.
It's insane to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. And so then we get more shots because it's clear that whenever Lou gets unhappy, Jackie gets unhappy.
Yes.
And Jackie's like doing her spooky
she's
veins
like
in the muscles.
Out. She's doing steroids.
Yep.
And then she goes to find JJ and she starts
JJ's Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. She starts beating the shit out of him.
Oh my God.
And she smashes his head in and kills him.
And like pieces of his jaw is just like, his jaw is like just falling out. Like
it's Kristen Stewart comes in and finds him. His face is fucked up.
Yeah.
And she finds Jackie in the bathtub and Jackie's like, I made it right. Maybe they do love each other. Maybe this is true love. I changed my mind.
Yeah, this is love. This is what love looks like.
Yeah.
Love lies bleeding, baby.
Yeah.
And so Jackie's like, Lou's like, I'm going to fix this. So she rolls up the body.
Yeah, puts him in the trunk of her truck.
Oh my gosh.
And then fucking Daisy is there again.
She's catching them in two different cars. One's in J. Franco's car. And the other, it's not Kristen driving Kristen's car. It's Jackie's driving
the truck. And
as soon as we see Daisy, I'm like, Daisy's gonna have to die too.
Yeah, Daisy's like, why is she driving your car? And Kristen Stewart's like, oh, I'll go to Winky's with you.
Shut
like, don't say anything.
I'll
go to Winky's.
Yep. All through this film, we see bits of flashing red of images
of random
of like violence, sometimes around her father, sometimes her, sometimes shooting. I don't know like whose perspective we're supposed to be seeing or what the vibe's supposed to be.
Flashbacks from when you were a child.
Yeah. It's intense. I don't think it needs it though. The vibe of the film is intense enough.
It's spooky enough.
It's very spooky. Anyway, they get to this like cliff. They drive these two cars to this cliff or gorge. What would you describe? Like a break in the ground, very, very deep. What's the word for that? I'd say
Let's
gorge.
call it a gorge.
But it's like a very thin one.
Yeah. They cover it in gasoline, push it in, Molotov cocktail, throw it on top.
The body's in the trunk, the car's down in the thing, and it makes this fire and this smoke way up to the sky. And Jackie says, "What is this place?" And then Lou just kisses her and says, "We're gonna be okay.
We're all gonna be okay." She's like, I think her explanation is there's other shit down there.
Yes.
Like, I want people to find this because it's going to lead them to someone else when they find out what else is down there.
Yeah.
Yes. Her father.
And Jackie
wants to go to the competition still. She's like, let's go to Vegas.
And Lou's like, no, this will look so suspicious.
So we have to lay low and act normal.
Which is a no-brainer. I completely agree. The argument is that, though, wouldn't it look weird if she didn't go to her bodybuilding thing, which
we all knew she was going to
go to?
I think that's fair as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't trust a single person in this movie, clearly, because now I was like, it sounds like Kristen Stewart is trapping her. And
she does. She locks her in the house.
You're not allowed. Yes, she does. She cleans up. She's locked her in the house. I didn't realize you could lock someone in a house, but she does it.
Yeah.
And now we've got Jackie doing steroids in between her toes. She's just really losing it.
It's really scary. Lou's trying to clean the blood off of everything at JJ DeFranco's house. Yeah, Jackie keeps juicing up her body. It's so interesting. Well, sorry, it is so like it's just such a different experience being so in control of your body.
Yeah.
Like knowing what muscles are gonna do what if you do what is just it's just so different from my life. My life, I'm just a little person going, you know?
Yeah.
Like just like a little floppy Muppet girl, and they're all like, they're doing crazy poses, makes different muscles pop.
I agree completely. Wow. I am tall, and so people would think that I played sports, but I don't have any idea what's happening with my limbs. They're too long. I don't know how to control them. I run into things constantly. I'm always just knocking shit over. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yep. Puberty forever.
Puberty forever.
Mm-hmm. So then Lou Sr., Daddy, comes to Dave Franco's house. And that's where Kristen Stewart is hiding.
Yes.
And then we see a shot of the FBI going to the gorge place.
Yeah.
And
they see the smoke. Kristen Stewart goes home.
Jackie's broken
gone.
out of the house.
Like, obviously she's this like, she just like broke some glass and opened up the door. It didn't really seem that complicated.
She killed your brother in like one punch.
Inside.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was worried that the cat wouldn't be okay. That cat wouldn't be there anymore, but Cat's still there.
Cat's chilling. Cat doesn't want to leave. Cat's like, I don't know what's out there. It seems bad.
Yeah. So she had to break out to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, can you just work out at home for a second? It's just crazy. There's some more spooky signs. The body achieves what the mind believes. Destiny is a decision. All these weird fucking whatever. Such a scary gym. Such a scary film.
I feel like these sayings, I agree with you, but I think they're normal things that people, like gym people do.
But somehow the fonts of the letters
the vibe
made
of
it
the
menacing.
Entire movie is menacing and scary.
It was so interesting. I just wrote, I had no idea there'd be so many fucking needles in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of needles. Anyway, we're back at fun time at the gun range. And cops are asking Lou Sr. about body. They're like, it's not a suicide. Someone else did this. Who else knows about this gorge?
Yeah.
And of course, Daddy Lou is paying off the cops.
Yeah, because he's a criminal guy. We're in a small town. He gets to commit crimes. That's his thing.
Yeah. And Jackie's home. She's in high spirits. She just gets home. She's kind of scary. She's very scary.
She's super stoked. Kristen Stewart comes back. She's mad. Jackie headbutts her, and she's like, I'm sorry, good luck, leaves.
She's like, you killed a man. Do you get that? And Jackie goes, you're welcome. And I'm like, ooh, it's just scary.
Jackie's kind of lost it a little bit.
Yes, she has lost it. I think that, the roids made her brain nuts, but
she's
I imagine
doing too many steroids.
But I imagine like also getting that jaw off that man. Like I imagine that could have like also triggered like some extra like little like psychotic episode thing that's going on. It all feels like off the rails, basically.
We don't know a ton about her past, but like you were adopted at 13. What was your life like before that? Like what's going on with you? It just seems like
it's nothing good.
She's not had a great go at it. Nope. I don't know.
Nope. And her parents, her family's not supportive. We learned that. Like, not supportive of her, like, being into women. They hate that about her.
Right.
Amongst maybe other things we don't know. But she goes to hitchhike to Vegas. She gets in some spaceship van with a lot of dudes. And I'd be worried about her, but I guess she can really hold her own.
She could kill all of them.
Easily. And
they drop her off at the hotel. The guy has, like, weird dilated eyes.
Well, she seems drugged out, and she's seeing everyone drugged out.
Yeah, and so I was like, are they doing other drugs, or is this just, like, steroids? If you do too many, do you get a little like, does it get a little trippy?
I don't know.
I was a little confused. I don't know.
Some types of steroids can cause hallucinations as a side effect. Some steroids can make you hallucinate or have delusions or hallucinations, but usually that's like courses of steroids that you take orally. I don't know if like performant, like those ones.
I would imagine like
anabolic steroids induced delirium.
Yeah, I think at the amount that she's doing it.
Yeah.
Like I think if you were to do it in some sort of controlled manner, it might be different. But I think she's like really doing steroids all the time.
Well,
now.
There's an article from 1987 in the LA Times.
Oh my God.
Athletes who use anabolic steroids to build up their bodies may hear imaginary voices, hallucinate, and experience drastic, sometimes violent mood swings.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Don't fuck with steroids.
Jeez, so scary. Anyway, very retro vibes.
They're back at the hospital. Lou's at the hospital. We're celebrating one of Beth's kids' birthdays.
Dad's getting suspicious. Dad's getting suspicious of his daughter, Kristen Stewart, Lou.
Yes, he's saying be more careful about how she goes about protecting her sister. Beth has now found out that her husband's dead. She's crying. She's pissed off.
How? Just
how? Which is just awful.
And we see the FBI going down the weird crevice, and it turns out there's more to see there.
There's more, just like
bodies.
Lou had said.
And we're back in Vegas with our bodybuilder girl.
Yeah, now we're at a bodybuilder competition. She's all fucked up. She's doing steroids. This is where I said this reminds me of Requiem for a Dream. It's just, it stressed me out.
Like the being on stage in front of an audience thing? Or, I don't know. Go ahead.
Everything about like the injection and then like the eyes dilating and then there's a little bit, but like the Requiem for a Dream is also like just kind of uncomfortable. And it's just like it's just people doing heroin and their life falling apart. It's just a yucky movie.
It's big yuck.
And this was reminding me of that.
This competition, it's such a like different vibe to imagine like this kind of thing in today's, there'd be like a thing on the internet where you check in. Like it's so weird that people just like randomly like, I'm gonna show up at this.
I'm just gonna show up. I was also confused. I was like, we're doing another pageant. This is just like Miss Congeniality.
It was like Miss Congeniality. They're so helpful. Maybe they'll all be helpful to her.
No.
I
was also like, so I was confused by this because I was like, obviously Jackie is super ripped, but like some of these women were crazy, like way more muscular than her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what is this competition? Like I felt like they were just sort of like comparing their bodies. Like I was like, do we not have to like, that's all it is?
Yeah, bodybuilder's very looks based.
Okay, because I was like, do we not have to lift something?
You have to look like something.
And you just start doing poses and they decide if it's good or not.
The proof is in the pudding. The pudding's what you've built. It's bodybuilding. You're building it. They're like, wow.
But like, is it based on like do we want people to have like the most muscles, or is it like the prettiest?
I don't know if it's the most or the prettiest, or there's certain specific muscles they want to look a certain way.
Or...
I don't know if they're scoring each muscles in different ways. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But
okay. All right.
Yeah. I think they assume if you got all those muscles, you can probably lift pretty good.
I guess. I know nothing about this clearly.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I don't know what I thought a bodybuilding competition would be.
Yeah.
So now they have to do a performance thing. She's doing, it's like not really a dance, but it's like a showing off your muscles while you move.
Different poses to flex different things, different ways, with different angles, so they can see all the muscles. But partway through the routine,
she's having flashbacks
of like beating up and just like breaking the jaw.
She's so fucked up. And then she like throws up Kristen Stewart onto the ground.
It feels like in the beginning that she's coughing up the larva that we see that guy play with earlier.
Yes.
But yeah, it's Kristen Stewart. She's covered in goo. It's disgusting.
And then we realize she's actually just thrown up on stage and she's like hallucinating.
And then she thinks she hears some girls in the back calling her a fatty from eating too much. And so she like loses it and goes and like starts beating up these women in the back.
She's got roid rage. She's lost it.
Yep.
Oh my God. Back in New Mexico, Daisy has given Lou a letter.
Yeah, it's like a card sad about her sister. She gave Lou a cigarette. Lou's like, I quit. She's like, we'll keep it for whenever.
Keep it for whenever.
And then she's like, it was crazy seeing you the other night.
She's like, why was that big girl driving your truck?
Yeah.
And Kristen Stewart's like, oh, it was like some weird coincidence. And it's like, that's weird. Yep. Also, Daisy is drinking a glass of milk, I think. It's just like.
And she's like, it's so weird that you were driving your brother's car who died.
Yeah.
Like, weird. She's like, I know your brother. I hung out with him a couple times.
Yeah. Brother-in-law. But yeah.
Gross. Brother, yeah.
And then, I don't know. Jackie's getting fingerprinted back in Vegas.
She calls Lou, but Daisy picks up. We see Daisy naked. And she picks up and she's like, stay away from Lou. She doesn't want you anymore.
Yeah. And so then I thought she got one phone call. Seems like she got two because she calls Lou Sr.
Strange.
And he's there to get Jackie out.
Yep. And he's driving her. He's like, you can't go around killing people without figuring a few of the details first.
Yeah. He's like, I know you didn't ask my advice, but you're in my car, so I'll tell you anyway. Which feels very like dad or
very
like
dad.
grandpa vibes.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you're stuck here. So
I'm going to tell you what I think.
I'm just going to tell you some stuff.
My sick knowledge I have, And at the end, he wants Jackie to kill someone else. I assumed it's Daisy.
Oh, Daisy, because she saw everything?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then we are at the diner with Daisy and Lou. And Daisy's so
Probably
bad.
Winkies, maybe.
Maybe that is Winkies.
Maybe they're at Winkies.
And Daisy was talking about how she was thinking about telling the cops. And she's going to tell them it was the beefy girl driving dead guy's car.
That's what she calls her, the beefy girl. She's like, I've been thinking about calling the cops.
Yeah.
And because she's like, oh, I'm so scared. Like, don't tell them because I'm so scared.
I'll get caught
come
up
back to
on
me.
it.
Oh my God.
It just feels like, it just even feels so icky being Kristen Stewart and knowing how to manipulate someone like that.
Well,
this
is the other thing. I was like, Kristen Stewart's very manipulative as well.
Yeah.
This is like she's trying to trap Jackie. Jackie's kind of taking advantage of her.
It's all rough.
Nothing is good.
And it's because it's women and he can't trust them.
Yeah.
It is.
We can't.
You saw our gay guy film last time? Great
Sweet.
time. Nice.
Very
Sweet.
We're gonna,
women,
you know what?
Women?
We murder.
We murder, and we murder good.
Yeah.
And we murder spooky.
And we're a little bit scary.
Just couldn't be more night and day from the last.
I thought this same thing. I was like, well, Pride Month, queer rom-coms exclusively. We're like, oh, these gay boys, so cute, so fun.
God.
These lesbians murder.
Oh, yeah, they're back at the house. They're walking home, and Daisy pukes, and then Jackie shoots
They've been
Daisy.
drinking margaritas.
Yeah.
Maybe mainly Daisy has, but Kristen Stewart's like, let's have margaritas. She's probably feeding Daisy alcohol to get her kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and after all the milk Daisy fucking drinks.
I know, that's
Revolting.
That's not good.
What do you think of, I imagine you wouldn't like these, milk-based cocktails?
I mean, I made us White Russians
that
one time.
Oscars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think that you would be like, yuck and not allowed.
I'm not like, I am anti-drinking a glass of milk.
Unless there's alcohol in it.
No, a White Russian isn't that. I like a milkshake.
What's in a White Russian? I don't know.
It's Kahlua. It's half and half.
Okay.
And it's vodka.
Okay.
So it's, I don't know. It's more like, it feels more like a milkshake.
Yeah, I understand that. I like milkshakes.
I love milkshakes.
I'm pro milkshake.
So I think that there's just something about like, okay, here's what it is. It's sweet.
I was going to say.
Milk is gross because it's
unless
just
you
like,
make it sweet. Unless you put some sugar.
If you put sugar in it,
and take out
maybe
the water.
I'm
Make
down.
it more fat. I want more of the fat from the milk and I want the sugar.
Yeah, and I want it to
helps,
be ice cream.
Because straight milk is weird.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I
Period.
just like, I think it's kind of a weird drink.
It's strange.
And I think it's kind of similar. I feel like dairy freaks me out a bit. But
Unless it's been sitting in the car for 7 hours, then dairy's fine.
once it's been turned into a cheese, an ice cream, another thing, it's like my brain isn't like, oh, that came
That's
out
not
of
milk.
a tit. That's what, like, there's something about just straight milk that, like, it does kind of give me the creeps.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I know that this is not logical, but yeah, once it's been turned into other things,
It's a different food.
I am like, that's something else.
It's a normal food.
Yeah.
It's not a weird food.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
You know, it's like gelatin.
Do you like gelatin?
I am like, I love like gummy candy.
I love gummy candy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I am a bad vegetarian who says if I don't know
So
if I
bad.
don't know that there's, if
It
I
can't
don't
hurt
know,
me. It can't hurt me
then
if I don't
how
know.
am I supposed to know? Nobody
Yeah.
told me
I didn't know I was
that my
being so
gummy candy
bad.
had bones in it.
I didn't feel the crunch of the bones.
Yeah, so
maybe no
it's not as
bones.
yucky. But yeah, you know, like I'm like, a bone freaks me out. But then I'm like, what do you mean? It's
Grind
in the
up the
shape of a
bone.
little flower and
It's
it's
a little
sour.
fish, not a big deal.
I think Swedish fish are actually vegan.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love Swedish
Some
fish.
of them are, which is why how am I to know?
You can't know the difference.
I can't look at
You can't make her read.
ingredients.
Just try to have a good time.
I'm just trying to vibe over here.
She's a woman. Let her chill. Make her
Listen,
stop
I'm
reading.
just trying to be a lady, eat my sour candies, and kill.
Yep. Easy.
That's all girls want.
That's all girls want. No read, sour candy, blood.
Yeah.
All right. So then Jackie kills Daisy, aims the gun at Lou.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if that's actually like Lou Sr. really did want her to kill Lou as well. I think not. I think it was just supposed to be Jackie. Sorry, it was just supposed to be Daisy.
Yeah.
I think Jackie's just all fucked up.
She's all fucked up. She shoots Daisy.
Yeah.
Kristen Stewart's like, what? That was nothing. And Jackie's pointing the gun at her. I feel like she is also probably kind of pissed seeing her with Daisy.
Yeah, she was pissed that that's who picked up the phone. All
Yeah,
of that.
so-
Absolutely. So it's a whole thing. Later we see Jackie on a payphone calling her sibling, telling her sibling never to fall in love.
Yeah.
And her mom's like, stay away from us. You're a monster. Never call us again.
Yeah.
It's unclear if that's from previous violence. We know they don't like that she is with ladies.
Yes.
Maybe they're weird about her body being like buff. I don't know.
I don't know.
Now the FBI is knocking on Lou's door.
Kristen Stewart's rolling up Daisy's body in a rug,
Puts it behind
stuffs
the
it behind the
couch.
couch. The cat's like, what is this? Shall I
Starts like
eat
licking
it?
the blood coming out of the
Shall
body.
I lick it?
It's so gross. It's so gross. But Kat's a girl just like us. She just
Oh.
wants blood.
Cats
Just wants
are
blood.
such girls.
Yeah.
They are like, I am trying to do murder and
I want my snack. I
blood.
don't want to read.
Yeah, cats do not raid.
And so Kat's licking the blood. The FBI comes in the house. And we find out that supposedly Dave Franco, JJ, was an informant. I can't tell if it's true, if it's a lie. They're telling her to get something out of her.
Yeah, I'm like,
And that's
he's
kind of
a
annoying.
fucked up dude. I don't even know. They've been trying to find her mom this whole time.
You just don't know who's being honest to who.
Yeah.
I even don't know if Kristen was there when her father killed her mother. Like I don't know.
I don't think if she even, I think that she suspects that her mom is dead, but I don't know if she knows for sure.
Yeah. It's just a lot of no one knows and the vibe is scary.
Yeah.
You know? Jackie goes over to Lou Sr.'s house and Lou hits her on the head really hard.
He's gonna blame something on Jackie. He's gonna blame the
whole thing
all of
on
his stuff on Jackie,
which is goofy, but
Kristen
whatever.
Stewart goes there to get Jackie back. She's like, I can connect you to the bones. He's like, are you threatening me? And she just goes, yep.
Yep. I like when he said, no one can connect me to bones.
Yeah.
I like when he said that. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, no one can connect you to the bones.
Yeah.
Before then, we do see a weird red stuff flashback with Lou and Dad and shooting people. And part of me wonders, like, was she hates him so much now. I kind of feel like maybe there's a history where she was the sidekick for him during a lot of
that
this.
might be the case.
And that's icky and
yeah,
bad.
she was his oldest daughter, and he was like, let me show you what's up.
Yeah, and like she like kind of does know how to handle a lot of situations in a way where you're like,
and she is manipulative.
Yes.
Like, she is fucked up. She's not taking shit from anyone, and she's not like a good person.
I feel like maybe the red spooky flashes of her dad are kind of supposed to symbolize that, like, he's in her, like she is kind of this guy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's yucky. Anyway, yes, he's like, no one can connect me to bones. And are you threatening me? And
she says, yeah, let her go, or I'll call the feds and I'll tell them everything you ever did. And
he says, that was really stupid, honey.
It's really stupid.
Hangs up on her.
Eats.
He punches through one of his glass terrariums.
His bug cages, and then just eats one. And just eats it. Just why? Why?
Like Timon and Pumbaa style in Lion King, you know? It was so gross.
There's some sort of stag.
It was so
bug.
gross.
It was yucky. I didn't
like it. It was like a
it.
thick, crunchy, juicy bug.
Yes.
And then it seems like
I'm trying to figure out, do you think... okay.
Yes.
I want to do like... What do we think these bugs represent? Like, I feel like that must have been important from a like symbolism perspective. Do we think?
I wonder if like for him, the idea is like he kind of controls all of these people in the town and they're all alive for however long he wants them to be alive.
Yeah.
But otherwise they're just like bugs to him where he can make them do
Ooh,
stuff.
yeah. He can do
He'll
it.
eat
He's
him when it's time for him to
playing
kill
with
him.
them
He
a
plays
little
with
bit.
them. Yeah.
And when he's like, I'm fucking done, I can just kill
Just
you.
kill you, eat you.
All right. I like
That's
that.
my guess. I don't know. Probably something deeper than that, but
I'm into it.
and the cop we see, Mike maybe is a cop. I don't care. He's gonna have to kill Lou because he's under big boy Lou's control, and that's what he says.
Yeah.
And so Beth's leaving voicemails and a speaker waiting to get picked up from the hospital.
Yeah.
And the officer Mike comes in to shoot Lou, Kristen Stewart. She pistol whips him. He calls her a rat. And I'm like, she's like pulling up these bodies. And I'm like, ignore the bodies. Call the fucking FBI.
Yes.
Why
turn
did she
your
call
dad
the FBI?
in.
She drives off with Daisy's body
Yes. In her truck.
and her cat.
And she brings her cat with her because they're leaving. They're piecing out.
They're
'cause
done.
They have to at this point.
And they want her to have a cat, so we all know she's a lesbian in case we weren't sure.
Yeah. There's some dog lesbians out there too, you know.
But she's not one of those.
You need to have one or the other.
One or the other. Pick
well,
a
she's
lane.
reclusive. She's
Yeah.
not going to take her
She doesn't want
out.
a cheery dog waking her up
No,
every day.
she wants
that
a
messes
cat
up the vibe.
who's gonna say no reading. I love blood.
Give me the blood.
Yeah.
So she gets to Daddy Bug Boy's house, right?
Yep.
And there's weird music playing. She's Beth's upset with her. Beth's there. Beth's at Big Bad Bug Daddy's house. And she like screams and slaps her around. And she's like, you don't know. Her sister says to Lou, her sister's been beaten nearly to death, says, you don't know anything about love. I feel so sorry for you.
Yeah. And
I was like,
girl, your husband, like everyone in this movie is so fucked up.
Everyone's fucked up.
Everyone
like,
is so fucked up. The whole movie is so fucking depressing.
It's so sad. And like, it was a matter of time before this woman died by her husband's hand. It was either her or him, you know?
Yeah.
And anyway, Kristen gets out of there. She's like, love you, sis, you know?
Yeah.
And she runs to the corn house. Mm-hmm. What's a corn house? Do you know, does corn house mean anything to you? She just said she's in the corn. Okay, whatever. She runs to the corn house. House of corn.
Where you store the corn.
House of corn. It is the farmer's alternative to House of Cards.
Yeah.
House of corn. She unties Jackie, saying her family's so... She was like, my family's so fucked. It reminds me of like a way more... It's like how we are when our parents are weird and our partners meet them for the first time. Like, sorry, my family's weird.
Yeah. She's like, my family's so wacky.
Sorry.
My family's a little fucked up.
Oops, my family's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's untying her, apologizing for her family. But then Jackie starts beating her up.
She's threatening her. She's kind of shooting into the air, shooting like around her. She's not hitting her, but she's like
it's scary.
Threatening her.
And Jackie's like, you're selling me out. You know, you want to be with Daisy, all this stuff. And somehow Lou's able to calm her down or make her believe her.
Because she says she loves her.
Yeah.
And then Jackie's like, I love you too. And she's like, my dad makes people do fucked up things.
Because she's like, I killed people. I don't know what's wrong with me. And she's like, nothing wrong with you. One guy deserved it.
And my dad makes you
do the other thing.
Do crazy shit. My dad made me do crazy shit.
Yeah.
They're hugging. She's like, Jackie, go wait for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to go kill my dad.
Yep. And wow, our girl Lou gets shot in the leg by her dad pretty quick. And
he goes and sticks his fucking fingers into the wound. He's just like fucking hurting her.
It's so Jackie
gross.
Is hearing the screams and she's doing the spooky muscle thing where muscles get all weird and veiny and jacked up. She like hulks out basically.
She turns gigantic.
And we see like a little bit of a little foreshadowing of this when the two girls are together earlier in their happy montage. There's a point where there's a TV cartoon playing.
Yeah.
And the black and white cartoon has like this huge giant person playing with this little person. So it's cute that they bring it back around now.
Yeah.
And I think the dad says to her, it's the ones you love the most that always disappoint you in the end, as he's about to kill his daughter.
Yeah.
And then Jackie comes, enormous, huge,
giant,
Hulk, just like giant.
She has turned into the Hulk,
like 14, 20 feet
yeah,
tall.
They're just a giant
person.
Which, you know, at this point in the movie, it's just like, sure.
Go for it.
I don't even care.
Yeah, whatever you say.
I don't care anymore. Just stop eating bugs, please.
Yeah, leave me out of the bugs. So she's an enormous Hulk woman, and she looks like she grabs the father, who's tiny, and she looks like she's about to tear him to pieces, but instead she holds him down by two arms. And then Lou comes over with the gun into his mouth, and I'm like, oh, are they going to kill her? And I'm so glad they have the sense of mind to wait until the FBI get there and not kill him.
So the FBI catch him. They run off together, and they run off into the car together. I feel like this was also like, obviously, I'm like, this was supposed to be symbolic of something, and like she didn't actually get that big. I feel like that's part because I was expecting her to like rip him up too, but there was something about the way she was holding him down that almost I was like, what's actually happening is you are just like physically on top of him.
Yeah.
So it was interesting. It was interesting. I don't know what any of it meant. I felt stressed.
It was just so stressful. It's just when you're like, I don't know, you're like watching this thinking it's a rom-com feels like going in to kiss someone and having them just punch you in the face. You know? You think you're getting like a nice sweet thing and then you're like, holy shit, why did you do that? It was crazy.
It was really, really fucked up.
Yeah, it was so fucked up. Anyway, so the FBI gets there, I guess, and then we cut to like wild music with huge Hulk lady and Lou just running amongst the clouds. They're sparkly.
Running, and I was like, what is happening?
Are they dead? Is this real? Is it a drug-fueled hallucination?
What is happening?
They drive off, like they look like they're about to drive off in the sunset, and then we cut to them looking very real in a car.
Yeah, we're back to like whatever this was. I feel like it was like this situation was so insane for both of them. What was happening in that moment? It was almost like when your brain, like almost like a child like brain will be like,
this is something else.
This is something totally different than what's actually happening to me right now.
Fine, wacky, magical thing. Yeah, absolutely.
So they are driving. Jackie is asleep in the trunk. Kristen Stewart, they're probably driving to California, I think we can assume.
They're driving to California.
Daisy's still in the back of the trunk. And oh, lo and behold, she is not dead.
We hear something in the pickup. And so, Lou pulls over and looks in the back. And she looks like a scary zombie.
I mean, she's lost a lot of blood.
There's just no world where she's still alive.
But she's still alive.
She's still alive.
And
Kristen Stewart
Lou
chokes
just
her.
kind of, stares at her and just chokes her to death. And then just drags her body out into the desert.
Yeah, it's like a shot where we're looking through the car. We see like Jackie's in the front asleep. And then in the back, we just see Kristen Stewart lugging this body deep into the desert. And that's where it ends.
And that's how it ends. And so they're driving off to California together. They
end up together at the end of the film. It is true.
Be trauma bonded. Okay.
Yeah.
After going through this.
Yeah. Tell me.
I think they're going to be together forever.
I was almost a forever.
I don't know.
Tell me more.
I don't know. I was mostly joking. I don't fucking know.
This
I don't
is
know.
1989. There aren't dating apps. It's hard to know who's out and who's not. I
They're
imagine
going to California.
it'll be different.
They've
I
been
think it's
through
more
a
than a
lot
week.
of shit. I think it's more than a week too. I feel like when I said that, I was just in the brain of like, we've killed so many people and now we're gonna kill each other.
We killed so many people, and that's why we have to stay together forever.
Yeah, that's also an option. I think that their dynamic, both of them are fucked up. I do not think it's forever. I think I'll give them 6 months.
I'm upping it to 6 months. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give them, they're going to go to
6 months.
California. They're going to try to make this thing work. And then they're going to get in some fucked up fights. Like they have good sex, but they're going to have some fucked up fights. And this is not going to last.
It's so crazy for us to go through beat by beat this horrific film and then come to the conclusion, like, I think they'll be together even longer.
I think actually they're really cute. Oh, I love love.
Oh, I love love. Yeah.
Oh
Anything else to say about this thing that happened to us?
I mean, honestly, I think that we should watch another lesbian rom-com, and I hope that it's even darker.
Yes. Me too. I feel this way as well.
No, we should find a cute one, though. I feel like the lesbians
It
got
was so
done dirty. That was rough.
All right.
This has been
been
When Harry Dumped
Dumped
Sally.
Sally.
We are here every Tuesday.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week, and maybe we'll watch a rom-com. Maybe
We'll be scared again.
Who knows?
Bye.